What's going on, guys? And holy shit, we have a lot to talk about today because LeBron James has proved once again he is who we thought he was. The people who said, stop talking about LeBron James, stop complaining about LeBron James, he just proved why we have to talk about this bitch. LeBron James is an enormous piece of shit. And this week, us here at Sports Wars over at Black and White Sports, we were his fucking daddy. That's what we were, even more so than Delonte West. We were LeBron James' daddy. And it's been an absolutely glorious week as LeBron James has permanently scarred his entire reputation in front of the world. But before we get into that, how are you guys doing? John, what's up, man?
Oh, not much, man. Keeping super busy, streaming this morning, cutting videos, and I'm probably got one I'm going to put out after this stream here. It's a clip from the live stream. It's all LeBron, man. LeBron is taking over the sports world. The mainstream media is not doing enough, really, to put him on blast. So we just got to do it ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Listen, there is no reason why this should not have been the top trending thing on ESPN because, let's face it, it was the top trending thing on Twitter. It was what everyone was talking about. Anyone that had sports channels that was unbiased were talking about this. The mainstream media did everything they could to cover it briefly and then just shuffle it away and forget about it because they're trying to protect LeBron. They're trying to protect the woke NBA. They're trying to protect fucking China.
This is how bad it is, man. LeBron is racist was trending on Twitter, and the media still did not cover it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's insane.
I mean, Twitter is calling him racist.
Jeremy, what about you? How was this week for you?
Good. I'm doing a test super chat because someone said they couldn't send one, but it looks like I'm able to send one.
Yeah. Well, super chat's not available in every country, so depending on which country you're in.
Yeah, there it is, and it's a good test right there too. Test F LeBron James because that's what we that's what we do here. But yes, it's been a crazy week. And yeah, LeBron James continues to, as I said in my video, my most recent video, he's destroyed his legacy. He's destroyed the NBA. He is not a good person. He's a very stupid person. He's a very ignorant person. He has trouble just putting simple sentences together just to articulate himself. The media has completely protected him over the years. I mean, if you go back to before all of the social justice nonsense started, I mean, I've never liked LeBron as a player, but I've always respected him as a player. I remember there was once upon a time, based on how the media treated him, where I just felt like, yeah, man, LeBron's a really smart guy. He's really, because they protected him so much. But then once you start listening to this fucking guy talk, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And
he's not very smart.
Yeah, for years the media would protect and they still do, but it's a lot easier to see right through it now. But because LeBron's doing all of these shows and you just hear him talk, and he is just a dumb person. But what he has done this week is next level. And by the way, congrats to Black and White Sports for his huge live stream earlier, man. You guys are rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts. You guys' videos absolutely blew the fuck up. And like, there's a lot of people right now that are hungry for people to actually hold LeBron James accountable. You want to talk accountability? That's where this all stems from. Is after the Derek Chauvin trial, after the Derek Chauvin verdict, and it comes out, and you have jurors saying that the reason they were influenced by decisions because they didn't want the city to burn. So I think we're going to see more of this in the future, but. Despite that, after the results came out, you have all these fucking athletes. If you thought this would be the end, if you thought that this would be the end of these woke athletes using their platforms, no, it's only the beginning because that's what they double down. They're like, look at us. We changed the world. We made this happen. We're going to double down on this. And all these people, including LeBron James, saying accountability. We finally have accountability. LeBron James takes it a step too far. And when you have a police officer who is a fucking hero, who within 13 seconds on a scene that was chaotic as fuck, identifies that some fat bitch is going to try to stab someone, literally says, I'm going to fucking stab you, pulls out a knife and is inches away from ending someone's life, this hero does what he needs to do and puts her down.
Yep.
Yeah.
LeBron James doxes that dude, puts out his picture, says, "You're next," #accountability. That is what stemmed this entire destructive thing for LeBron.
It's next level disgusting. Go ahead, John.
You want to know what's pretty stupid, I believe, about that whole incident? When the cop pulled up, everybody was just standing around. But once the cop gets out the car, then they start kicking each other. The knife comes out. How stupid can you be, man?
I know. It's absolutely unbelievable that LeBron decided to do this. I will never, ever respect LeBron James as a human being. I mean, I haven't for a long time anyway, but it's just that this is one of the most disgusting things I've seen from a top. Might be the most disgusting thing I've seen from a top tier athlete with his platform. It's unbelievable. As a matter of fact, it's probably a good time to play this clip, Ryan. Of this
Let me
shout out to My Nerdy Home for tagging us in this. Prepare chat. Get ready for the greatest video you're going to see all day, all week, probably all month right here. This video is so on point because this cop is roasting LeBron. It is beautiful. Ryan and John have not seen it. Okay?
No, I have not seen it.
So check this out. All right? I think everybody is going to love this. You're going to freak out. Do a full screen on it if you can.
All right, here we go. This is from Jack Posobiec. Cop roasts at King James from R. Scott Sicario over here. Haven't seen it. Let's see what it's all about.
Dispatch, I've arrived at that disturbance. Will you have LeBron call my cell phone right away, please? Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. No, can you put the knife down, please, sir? Sir, no, sir, don't stab it. No, stop stabbing. Stop. Oh, hold on. It's LeBron. LeBron, hey, yeah, it's me again. Listen, I'm out here at this disturbance call, and there's a guy trying to stab another guy with a knife. What do you think I should do? Why does that matter? Okay, we're both black. The guy's trying to stab another guy with a knife. Deadly force is completely justified. So you don't care if a black person kills another black person, but you do care if a white cop kills a black person, even if he's doing it to save the life of another black person?
Oh, shit.
I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but then again, you are really good at basketball, so I guess I'll take your word for it. All right. Yep. Okay. All right. Thanks, LeBron. Michael Jordan's the GOAT. What? Sorry, guys. You're on your own. Good luck.
Holy
yes,
man.
Yes.
That is good. I'm gonna have to make a video on that.
That's so good.
Perfect.
It's so good.
He's so spot on because we all know, we've been saying it the entire time, LeBron James doesn't give a fuck about black people. LeBron James does not care about black people. He doesn't speak out and disown and bring attention to the black on black crime in Chicago. He doesn't care about that. Nope. He only cares when it is a white police officer shooting a black person, regardless of whether it's justified, regardless of whatever that person has done or not.
Yep. No, it's absolutely. Again, LeBron James has protected security. He has security protecting him everywhere he goes. Armed security guards everywhere he goes. As a matter of fact, can we pull up the story? I'll see if I can find it. Well, all you do is simple Google. But when LeBron James was in Miami and he was late to a Justin Timberlake Jay-Z concert, the cops shut down traffic so they could escort LeBron James to a concert. Shut down traffic. But LeBron James wants to now tell you that how police officers are evil and they're horrible and he fears for his life. LeBron James is a fucking phony. A fucking phony. Look at that shit.
LeBron James gets a police escort to a concert on the wrong side of the road. And I think he had a video here.
He made a video about it.
Oh, I think I need to probably do my audio. Oh yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you probably play, but there's a video of him. No, I think it might have just been.
There was a video of him in the car.
In the car,
shout out police.
Yeah, he was shouting them out.
Yep. That's LeBron James right there. A literal piece of trash. And again, his legacy has been destroyed. He will never, ever, ever, when it's all said and done, he can't be on the Mount Rushmore. It can't happen because of he and destroying his legacy the way he has done it, destroying the league and putting identity politics and misinformation against police officers, heroic police officers, putting all of that ahead of just focusing on the game that has made him a megastar. Fuck LeBron James.
Yeah. And
not only did he get a police escort, they were driving him on the wrong side of the road. They cut off the whole complete other side like he was the president or something.
Yeah, they fucked every other person on the road so that LeBron James could get to a Justin Timberlake concert or something.
Yeah.
So LeBron James could go get white girl wasted on a Taco Tuesday and go watch Justin Timberlake. LeBron James is a bitch. He just is. No other way to put it.
It really is. I mean, again, we live in a world where LeBron James wants to sit there and tell you that black people are scared to leave their house because of police officers are killing them. Yet the same LeBron James gets a police escort on the wrong side of the road to go see a concert. That is privilege. That's the definition of privilege.
My friends, that is black privilege.
Yep. There you go.
Not for me, but for LeBron. You know, that never happened for me.
Oh, man. All right, let's get some of these super chats because you guys are already starting to light it up. Mike Hill for $4.99. LeBron is just doing all of this because he loves the spotlight to be shined all over him. LeBron is doing this because he doesn't actually fucking believe in anything because he's too stupid. LeBron James is too dumb to believe in anything. He is like doing this, I think, because he thinks that it's the best way to go to like build his brain for the future or something. I don't know. Like he feels like he needs, since he can't be Michael Jordan, he has to be like Muhammad Ali. That's kind of what I think he's doing. Because he can't catch Jordan. He will never, ever catch Jordan on the court. That's just the bottom line. It doesn't matter. His legacy is tarnished now. He hasn't got it done for so long without all these other pieces, moving teams, all this shit. He knows that Michael Jordan's legacy is untouchable for him to all rational people. So he's doing something else. He's trying to do more good. He's trying to be the most social justice, most socially aware athlete. So he's trying to be Muhammad Ali, these types of people.
He's no Ali, man. He's not losing anything. Ali, his title was taken from him. Ali went to jail. He got arrested. LeBron James is not Ali. I don't want to ever hear anybody put Muhammad Ali and LaChana James in the same sentence because LeBron, Colin Kaepernick, these guys are cashing in. Muhammad Ali was so broke, man, that Joe Frazier had to help him out because they didn't allow him to fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just again, it's the media that allows people like him to get away with what he gets away with. I mean, go back to the whole thing with the Malcolm X book, you know, that video where, and again, this is a common theme with LeBron James. He takes these photo ops with these pictures where he's reading a book and he's always on the first page of the book. And that's one part of it. Okay. That's funny in its own right. But then when you bring that video up where he literally is asked about this book that he wanted to decide to bring to this press conference, and then when he's asked about it, he can't give you any answer because he hasn't read it, because it was all a phony prop to make him look like he's more intelligent. He's not really reading the book. He's just not. He's an idiot.
No, he doesn't read up on Malcolm X. If so, man, he would not be singing the praises of China Joe, man, because Malcolm X warned you about white liberals. He warned you.
He did. He absolutely did.
And he goes out there and he campaigns for Beijing Biden and Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
Well, I think we have to give. I'll say we actually have to give LeBron a little bit of leeway here. I don't think he knows how to read. So you know, I think he did try. Maybe he tried, but like it just doesn't make any sense. There aren't enough pictures in the book. LeBron James is probably at a 5th or 4th grade reading level. I think that's generous to him. So we gotta be real. We gotta look at this unbiased. And LeBron James can't read because he's a fucking idiot. Blue-eyed Scorpio for $5. Locals is an extortion racket. I have to pay to interact. I would never pay money just to communicate with you.
Super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Blue-eyed Scorpio. Locals is big, guys. I think especially for this community here on Sports Wars, which is part of Geeks and Gamers, I think you guys are going to be really interested in locals. Locals is something that we just started. I want to actually go to the community pages here so we can I can show you guys what this is all about here.
Yeah, no, it's really we believe it's the future of social media. We really do. They have reached out to us directly, and it's a very impressive site. We're excited.
Yeah, so locals, it's kind of this hybrid. It's kind of like a Facebook group, but there's kind of a Patreon element as well. Everybody can join the community. We do have it in the description. The first thing in the description are Geeks and Gamers and my locals communities. Please do join them. You can see what we're talking about. People can talk. Supporters can go in there and share their thoughts about what's going on inside the Geeks and Gamers community. We obviously have Sports Wars. That's a big part of it. This is with Thug Rose beating a member of the Chinese Communist Party last night, like she said she would, which is pretty badass. But locals is fucking sick. It really is. It gives you guys an opportunity to be yourselves without being censored. You can say what you want without getting warnings put on things for medical misinformation, without any of this fucking bullshit that they try to do to put you in a box because of how you think. If you go against the narrative, you can speak on locals. So highly recommend you guys go and check that out. They've got a great app as well. It's really just starting, and we're happy to be on the ground level of locals.
Absolutely.
For sure.
They have Geeks and Gamers on the trending page right next to some of the biggest creators on the platform right now. We're doing well, and we're only able to do that because of all of you. So thank you all for the support. Also, Black and White, you guys have got a lot going on your website. So, you know, go over to Black and White. Was it Black and White Sports?
Blackandwhitenetwork.com.
Network.com.
Okay. Not work. Okay. So blackandwhitenetwork.com. John, you're a mod on here, right? You can drop links if you want to.
Am I? I'm not
if
even
you're not,
sure.
we can make you one.
Let me see.
But yeah, so again, that's just kind of our little quick advertisement. We'll get back to saying fuck LeBron James. Don't worry. We never miss an opportunity to say fuck LeBron James.
It's going to happen, folks. So stay patient. Stay patient.
Man,
that's basically what we do every week. But it just so happens that LeBron James made it really easy for us.
Can we pull up the video? Because look, LeBron got some really good advice this week from a very good source, someone who's really in the know with knives and crimes, things. You know, can we pull that video up? OJ?
Yeah. Amazing.
So OJ Simpson, who again, now apparently OJ was a great football player. A nice reporter. But what OJ is known for is he is an expert in crimes involving knives. He's written books on it. He's been heavily involved in a lot of different situations. Well, considering LeBron spoke out about this situation with a knife, he got some really good advice this week. Let's listen to the juice.
Yeah. Wait for the facts. Hashtag LeBron James. He's still, I just want to say, OJ is still searching every golf course in America for Nicole's killer. He's still out there doing the work. So.
Hey, for the world, is me, yours truly. Tough warning, listening to all the criticism that LeBron James is getting. I'm a fan of LeBron. I admire the work that he's done, how he's helped his community and how he's helped his friends. And how he's been fighting all of these social issues, especially that of systemic racism in the legal system and with the police departments around our country.
Yeah, systemic racism in the justice system as OJ walks free after a white woman is slain. Yes, very racist.
Dude, I said this like it's almost impossible for me to understand if OJ lacks self-awareness or if he has more self-awareness than any person on the planet. But either way, it is
exactly what he's
doing. It's so good, dude. It's so good.
You can't fight every battle. You know, you can't, you got to pick your battles. I mean, it's a war that must be fought, but sometimes you need to take your time and be a little more patient before you comment on some of these bad incidents that are happening with police departments. This one, LeBron should have waited. I'm a little upset with most of the media because they showed us edited versions of what took place with the girl with the knife. They made it sound as if this was another police officer overreacting and killing a young Black American. Well, from what I saw when I saw the full tape, the police guy had no choice. He responded. We wish he could have pulled a taser. We wish he could have done it in another way. But in that instance, if he hadn't done what he did, it appeared to me if another young American would have had her life taken. And hey, I can't fault what he did. I wish it was different, but I can't fault it. But keep fighting the fight. I think we all got to be a little more patient. I'm against defunding the police. I think we got to redirect those funds.
I'm against defunding the police.
In any event, God bless.
Wear your mask, get your shot. OJ's all about protecting the community, guys. It's always been what OJ's about. That's fucking insane.
OJ is so funny, man. He is so funny.
He knows exactly what he's doing. I just want to give a shout out to Swelly, who says, "You fuckboys are happy he made this mistake just so you guys can bash him. That's the truth." You know what? You're fucking right.
You're
100%
LeBron
right. James showed everyone the racist piece of human garbage, that he is scum of the earth. I am glad that he took off the mask, metaphorically, because we know he would never take off his actual mask because he's a bitch, right? We're glad that he took off the mask and showed everyone what a racist piece of shit he is. We're very happy about that.
We are very happy.
Because little cock-sucking bronzesexuals like you, because you're really mad that your hero is getting bashed. That's what makes us very happy. And thanks for supporting the stream. We appreciate it.
Hell yeah, we are absolutely happy about this. Anytime LeBron puts his foot in his mouth and gives us an opportunity to expose what a lying piece of shit he is, we very much enjoy these moments. Very much.
Yeah, so. I've been calling him a bigot and a racist for a while. Whitlock called him a racist and a bigot last year during all the riots.
Yeah. It was literally just a video that says LeBron James is a bigot.
He is a bigot. I remember that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, and he said that BLM stands for bigots love Marxism.
He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
Nope.
Rick James for $5. I really enjoy your content. Hashtag LeBron sucks. Thank you. Thank you, Rick James. Appreciate that. Kyle Cap for $10. Oh, it skipped on me. Thank you guys. You guys are blowing it up, making it skip. One of you guys needs to call out Max Kellerwoman for saying we all know what he meant. I like that, Max Kellerwoman.
I like that. I love that.
For saying we do know what he meant. You're Nets. You're Nets.
Exactly.
We know what he meant.
I haven't even heard. I didn't even hear Max talk about it. The only thing I did is I covered Shannon Sharp, where I'm telling you, like, it seemed to me that. And I'm not even saying it seems to me. We know what they do. They have their meetings before the First Take and Undisputed. And they go, okay, what side are you going to take? And then Shannon basically was like, I can't defend LeBron. I can't defend LeBron. Skip. I can't defend him. And then but then Skip on national TV, Skip Bayless said, I'm going to give LeBron a pass for this one. I don't think what? Skip Bayless didn't take an opportunity to criticize LeBron James. Get the fuck out of here. He was simply just taking the argument for Shannon because Shannon knew he's like, I can't, this is so bad. I can't really defend her. I'll get roasted. So Skip did it. It's bullshit. But I haven't heard what Keller Woman said. But that I'm owning the Keller Woman. That's awesome. What we're moving forward. That's awesome. Go ahead, John.
Here's the thing about Skip, man. Skip says that he doesn't follow politics. He may not follow it. I don't know. But he says this. I defer to Shannon on that. So he gets his politics from one of the wokest loonies out there in the sports media, Shannon Sharp.
That's what all the white people on ESPN do. Like ESPN, Fox Sports 1, they're like, listen, I gotta go with you, Shannon, because I don't have that experience. I got to go with you, Stephen A. I defer to you, Stephen A., because you've lived as a black man, as if every single black person's experience is the same. That's all these people see it through is racial. That's the lens that they view society through. Yeah. But like the tweet in actuality, the super chat was, one of you guys needs to call it Max Kellerwoman for saying, we all know what he meant, when he won't say the same for Trump on his January 6th speech, where Trump clearly said peaceful protest, shaking my head.
Absolutely.
So, there it is.
Absolutely. Peaceful protest only goes on one side of the aisle. If you're a leftist, then it is a peaceful protest. If you're on the right, it is an insurrection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's it.
When Maxine Waters does it, it's all good. But yeah.
Hey guys. Go ahead.
Maxine Waters may be the reason why Derek Chauvin ends up getting his whole sentence reversed, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
What she did was reckless.
Absolutely, man. And even Biden got
Beijing
involved
Biden
in
too.
it.
Yeah, he did.
It's insane. But I just want to say, huge turnout. Thank you guys for being here. Smash the melee button, like the video, subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Also subscribe to Black and White Sports. Those guys are killing it over there. They had a huge live stream. Thank you guys. Comment in the chat. Let us know you're here. And we got a lot going on. So thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, help us get to. We are almost at.
You're almost at 90.
90, right?
We're at 89,848. So hopefully by the end of the stream, we'll be at 90K.
We can make it
Hell
happen.
yeah.
You guys are almost about to hit 90. We're going to hit 100K here soon if we keep moving in this direction. I mean, this is the reason we are able to have these platforms is because the ESPN is so bad. The mainstream is so bad. People are simply, the majority of you watching this, you just want these basketball players to shut up and dribble, or these football players to shut up and throw the football. Nobody gives a fuck about their politics. Nobody. We don't care about their politics. And that goes for whatever side of the argument they're on. I don't give a shit about their politics. I don't watch Tom Brady for his politics. I watch Tom Brady because I think he's a great football player and he entertains me on the football field. That's it. I don't care about what he says off the field. Now, the fact is, when I see him simply have a MAGA hat in his locker room and I see the left-wing Spurgs just lose their fucking minds at the mere sight of a MAGA hat, I do have a lot of fun with that because, again, he didn't even say anything political just because he had the hat that you have been programmed to hate and get triggered by in his locker room. You cry, but just you say it's okay for LeBron and the NBA to kneel and do their BLM bullshit. It's the hypocrisy of the situation.
Yeah.
It's just unreal.
GA, why do you guys curse so much when trying to win a national debate? I don't like LeBron, but you have to play it smart.
Fuck that.
National debate? What are you fucking talking about? We are here. The reason that we are succeeding, the reason that Black and White Sports is succeeding is because we're talking like the vast majority of people. We're talking like normal individuals. Guys fucking talk shit to each other all the time. We bash each other. We fucking curse. We talk shit. That is what we do. And the fact that there are still some little soy-filled bitches out there that can't handle people swearing during a stream, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey,
fucking go to the gym or something. Stop being a bitch.
Hey, they don't curse on ESPN and FS1. How's that working out for them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like we're not swearing to swear. We're swearing because it's how we speak. This is how we speak on the phone. This is how we speak like in our lives. We're just being authentic. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, it's like if somebody comes on and they don't want to swear because that doesn't work for them, that's perfectly fine with us.
Yeah.
You know? It's
John
fine. Like
John doesn't swear a lot.
Yeah.
So because John doesn't swear a lot in his normal life, he is just being himself.
Yeah.
And that's
exactly.
why people like this shit.
That is what it all is about, is being yourself. And I cuss a lot, and Ryan cusses even more.
Ryan makes me and you, Jeremy, look like we're the Pope or something. That's how bad Ryan is about cursing. I thought Rhodes was bad at cursing. Rhodes, you got Rhodes beat, Ryan, by far.
Yeah.
And Rhodes has made videos, man, where he's dropped 30 F-bombs and it's gotten demonetized. You take the taco, though.
I try to wait 30 seconds. That's YouTube's rules.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Like in the first 30 seconds, you can't drop hard curse words. After that, it's fine. But that's what their rule is. So that's what I try. I try to maintain it and do it. Sometimes I have to re-record it though. Michael Songer for $2. LeBron is a bitch. Yes, LeBron is a massive, massive bitch. Jake the Movie Geek for $3. Hail Sports Wars. Hail Jake. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you being here. Stefan Bunn for $5. If LeBron can defend criminals like the way he plays defense, maybe he might win Defensive Player of the Year, but he's too dumb. LeBron James is not an intelligent person. LeBron James is a pseudo-intellectual. He continues to expose that time after time.
Do you have that video of him with the book?
I can find it.
Please find it, man.
I'll find it if you want to keep reading super chats, and I'll find it.
Yeah, you find it. It's on Clay's. It's on Clay's.
I got you.
Sam Wynn for $10 says thank you with a little pear-shaped man bowing. Thank you very much, Sam. AJ Payne for 15. You three are awesome. Keep up the great work. Absolutely. Absolutely. We will. Gravedigger Jones for 5. Not me. No gods, no masters. There it is. And that's John talked about what Malcolm X had said with these white people who would try to come in and be the saviors. LeBron James clearly has no idea and has never read anything about Malcolm X because
There you go, right here.
All he has to do is pull up YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't even have to read anything.
There it is, right there.
God, this dude.
So again, yeah. So this is the guy. This is the guy who's always they take photographs of him looking at the first page in the book for his photo op to try to present this visual narrative that he's so intellectual, he's so into books. And there's 2 pictures of him with this fucking book open, I believe. Now again, I can't say this for sure, so I want to be clear. The 2 pictures that I've seen with him with this book, they're both open on the first page. I believe they were both taken before this moment, if I'm not mistaken. Do either one of you know for sure?
Yes,
sure.
the pictures were taken before this because it's like, we know you've been reading it. We know you've been reading it, LeBron, all of this stuff. So he had photo ops, 2 different photo ops of him with this book, both of them on the first page until he finally gets asked about it. Clay Travis, in honor of deep thinker LeBron, here was his takeaway. He says he's a deep thinker. That's what he says. He talks himself up. Here was his takeaway from the autobiography of Malcolm X when he was asked to review the book he claimed to be reading. I don't know how I missed this last year. Enjoy. Very enlightening book review.
Yeah. So you are holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago. I've read it and a lot of notes over the years. It's my first time actually reading this from start to finish. But just a very smart man.
You like how he put a bookmark in the middle of the book? He's at least smart enough to do that, to pretend like he's marking his spot. Sorry, he's just a very smart man.
My first time actually reading this from start to finish. But just a very smart man. Very, very, very smart man. And basically, his words in the 60s.
God.
And what was going on is actually what's going on today still. Him understanding how powerful the Negro can be. He uses that word a lot. How powerful we are. But we have to unite. And we have to be together. We have to stand strong because there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be.
This is so cringe.
Oh, man.
This is LeBron's book review that he's been reading for days. Go ahead, John.
First off, man, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X, okay? Now, the book doesn't start off in the 1960s, and we know he's like at the beginning of the page. The book basically starts off him as a little boy in Oklahoma. It's been so many years since I read this book. But it starts off talking about how the Klan was terrorizing his family, the Democratic Klan harassing his family in Oklahoma. But he's talking about the 1960s. He ain't even at that part yet.
LeBron, man.
God.
What an idiot.
They try to weaken us. They try to make us feel like we're not kings and queens. And it's going to come from all, different races and different shapes and sizes and things of that nature. Just a very powerful minded gentleman. And it's unbelievable to kind of read something that's coming directly from him. You just hate. Shout out.
Oh my gosh, man.
It's just that. Like, it's nothing. He has no idea what the
literally
fuck he's
had
talking about.
no answer. He spent 2 minutes saying absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Like it is funny because his face when she's asking him that question, he looks terrified because he's like, oh shit. Oh shit. How am I gonna mumble through this thing?
He is so dumb. LeBron James is a piece of shit. He's a bigot. He's a racist. And he is a low IQ moron who can't even read a book. And let's be honest, he didn't need to. This dude, from a very young age, was a prodigy. He was driving a Hummer in high school. I'll be honest, 2.2 GPA was trending yesterday. I was shocked that wasn't about LeBron. Like, I was shocked. I totally thought it was going to be, but I should have known that'd be overachieving for him. Primer for $2 has just subscribed. Hail Sports Wars. Fuck LeBron James.
Hell yeah.
Right. Michael Songer for 2. Can someone sign LeBron up for Audible? Yeah, LeBron needs Audible, and he can listen to him in his Beats headphones.
Oh, yeah.
That'll work. That'll work for him. Rob G for $5. James is a shill for Dems. All followed his religious beliefs, and was a Reagan supporter in the 80s. Let's see. All followed his religious beliefs and was a Reagan supporter in the 80s. Thank you for the super chat, Rob G. Appreciate it. Oral B Suriel for $20. The Red Sox are my favorite team, and baseball is my favorite sport. With that being said, last Tuesday, my wife asked me why I haven't watched a single game this season. I told her wait until Sunday, and we're watching together now. LeBron James has a part ownership stake in the Boston Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I feel for you, man. That sucks. When some piece of shit like that gets involved with your organization, that's a tough pill to swallow, and that's really disappointing, man. He follows it up.
Go ahead, and then I'll
He follows it up for $5. Watching you guys explaining it better than me why most of us aren't watching, and keep up the good work.
Yeah, I honestly can't relate because I can't even imagine how I would feel. So the only real connection I have to a team on a team level is Alabama, Crimson Tide, Alabama football, because I don't really follow pro sports. But what I'm saying is if LeBron James somehow was got some type of involvement in the University of Alabama, like athletic director or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know if I could continue to cheer for Alabama. I've been a fan of my entire life, grew up there, raised there. My family were Alabama fans. And if LeBron James suddenly has some type of ownership stake, it would seriously destroy a life of being a fan of something. I can't imagine what that feels like for a Red Sox fan, man. That's got to be fucking horrible. That's got to be terrible.
Yeah.
So,
Great.
man.
Oh boy. Intimidator 108 for $20. I lost interest in the NBA after Michael Jordan retired. It skipped on me. God damn. For NASCAR, it was after Dale Earnhardt Jr. retired, that stupid playoff system, and the Bubba Wallace mess at Talladega. And with the MLB, I only care about the Twins. And Michael Jordan is greater than LaChina James.
100%.
Absolutely. Thank you for the support.
I mean, yeah, it's I mean, obviously I followed NASCAR for the longest time. I started losing interest after Tony Stewart retired, and actually his last few years were pretty bad after that accident he got into on the dirt track, and I think that kind of really affected him. But NASCAR just went in a bad direction with just a lot of different decisions. But then Bubba Wallace, the Bubba Smollett nonsense, it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. And yeah, with Jordan, I mean, my NBA fandom probably peaked with Jordan, but Kobe was ultimately my favorite player, and I followed the NBA all those years with Kobe and just that entire era. But I'd say since Kobe retired is when I just really have been checked out of the NBA completely. I just can't watch it, and now with the last few years of what's happened, I have no desire to watch it, even in the playoffs.
Yeah, style of play for me, too many threes. In addition to the wokeness, I was getting kind of tuned out just from the style of play. I missed the era of the big man. Hakeem, that's my favorite player of all time. That's not even centers anymore. The style of play just sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different game. It's just that's how these things go, though. Major League Baseball will do it, NFL will do it, all kind of evolves, and then eventually when everyone's doing that, somebody will be like, you know what, we're going to bring it back, have a dominant big man and destroy the league because everybody's playing these hyper positions, and then they're going to take off. Then everyone's going to try to emulate that. That's how the shit goes.
Yep.
Dixon Cider for $5. OJ took a better stab at it than LaChina James. Now who's highly educated? I like the phrasing there, Dixon Cider.
That's funny when OJ has to be the real voice of reason.
Heath Nation for $2. OJ Simpson, 2-time knife fighting champion. And so he would know. Thank you, Heath Nation. CJ for $5. OJ was 100% right, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's OJ. Obviously, I think we all know exactly what he's doing every time he goes out there and does these things and speaks out on these issues. But as far as what he said, yeah, the facts are the facts. That officer showed up a chaotic situation and took action to save a black girl's life. He put down someone who was about to commit a murder.
Yep.
What else can you ask for? That's what you want. He did it without causing any collateral damage. He did it quickly and efficiently. It sucks anytime someone has to lose their life, whatever. But he did an incredible job. That should be the gold standard. That should be what we hold people up to. This is the best you could do in that situation. Incredible job. But no, LeBron James doxes the dude, tries to ruin his life, tries to harm him. Make no mistake. That's what LeBron James was doing to his 50 million followers on Twitter. He was trying to get this dude taken out. Fuck LeBron James.
Oh, he said fuck LeBron James too. He's like, I'm done.
I think his camera died or whatever. I think his camera died. Frank Laverne for $5. Google Tony Timpa video, White George Floyd. You know all about Tony Timpa, right?
Absolutely. Tony Timpa's video is a horrific video, a terrible situation. And the fact that the media never covered it simply because the color of Tony Timpa's skin is disgusting. The fact that the name Tony Timpa has never came out of the mouth of the people that are claiming that they're for police brutality and we need to highlight this situation, yet they never mention Tony Timpa. Do you know why they don't mention Tony Timpa? Because they're not actually standing up for police brutality. They only want to stand up and make a big deal of it when it involves a person that fits their narrative. Fuck these people. Fuck them.
John's getting fancy with the shifting the cameras around over here, but he's back. John's back.
Yeah, I'm back. My cat jumped off my leg and she hit my power cord and it disconnected my monitors.
Nice.
and everything. So my audio equipment is hooked up to that. So I'm back.
All right. We got some over on the Streamlabs. We'll get back to the super chats, guys. Over on Streamlabs, we got Andre CR for $2.50 says NBA lost money. Brunsexuals are weird. Fuck LeBron. Greetings from Costa Rica. So that's what the CR stands for. Thank you, Andre. We appreciate it. Butter Biscuit with several. I'll read these all in a row because I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4. So Butter Biscuit says, Matrix, love what you and Rhodes are doing. Been catching up on all your La China videos. I love a good James bashing in basketball and in real life. Geeks and Gamers needs to step up their game. At least get an awesome theme song to get us pumped. Bump, 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 bump. And it's like, you are now watching Black and White Sports. Yeah.
Ryan doesn't even know about this yet because I forgot to tell him. Might have something in the works. Remind me to tell you afterwards.
There you go.
I got emailed about something last night, and I forgot to tell you about it.
You're gonna
be excited about this.
I know everything, so the fact that I don't know that is special.
Yeah. Guys, the guy that does our intro and outro, we got him on Fiverr. He's a really, really good voice person, and it's not that expensive really to take. It ain't $5, but the guy's done like 3 voiceovers for me, I believe. So he's good.
Yeah, I'll just do it. Fuck, I'll do it. Butter Biscuit again says we for 2. This is the second one. We just get this little ding with a mask and immediately got bombarded with Ryan cussing people out. Get us ready for it, man. Love you guys. Yes, Butter Biscuit again. I can't believe LaChina said that stuff is still going on today. The Klan was in the police force, which harassed my family surrounding their home with guns on multiple occasions. She's seen a few dead bodies in her day, if you get what I mean. And then the last one is, that's why to me all this BLM stuff is stupid, because it's just people screaming the past, wanting free handouts. That battle was fought by my folks. If one opportunity fails, I can find another. That's what their battle won me and idiots like LaChina. Thank you, Butter Biscuit, for all your support, man. Appreciate that.
Hell yeah. Butter Biscuit's awesome. Butter Biscuit, we for our premium members on geeksgamers.com. Matter of fact, this Monday we're going to do it again, where we just have them all in a Discord call. It was crazy. We had like 30 something people in a Discord call playing Mario Kart. All it was people just telling each other to go fuck themselves in a fun love. It was just shit talking, and they were all targeting me. But Butter Biscuit was just sitting there, just sitting back like the meme, the "this is fine" meme, where just everything's burning around. He just sit back, drinking a Mountain Dew, just watching everything, and it was awesome. It was super cool. So I'm looking forward to that again this Monday for our premium members. It's going to be awesome.
Yep. Sandman for $5. LaChina James could easily play Forrest Gump if a remake is done. I'm not a smart man.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Hey, that's a race swap I can get behind.
That's pretty good.
Post-apocalypse for $5. It's very simple. If he'd said the same thing about a random black man that LeBron said to a cop, I'd be accused of being a racist. Yes, a cop isn't a race, but it sure is the same level of bigotry. Well, and it's only about white cops with LeBron James. That's always what it's about with him. Yep. Always.
Yep.
The cat must have got John again. I don't know what's going on.
No, it's nothing. I got to switch to.
President-elect Archie Bunker for $5 says OJ was on point with his analysis. Yes, he was.
Yes.
Jose M becomes a channel member. Thank you very much, Jose. Now you can use those LeBron James emotes. Movie Mania for $5. ESPN is less than Sports Wars. Keep up the great work. We will try. I got to say though, that's not a very high bar, but we do appreciate it. ESPN's just fucking trash nowadays. But thanks, buddy. Mike Hill for $5. Hashtag boycott Space Jam 2. I'll be honest, I didn't need this. I have no interest in Space Jam 2 because I hate LeBron James and he's just trying to be Michael Jordan, and it will never work out for him. I can't wait to see people roast it though.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great thing to roast, but I have no desire whatsoever to see it outside of roasting it. So, yeah, it's going to be bad.
Have you seen a more unoriginal athlete that's trying to copy another athlete? I know Kobe was trying to be like Michael, but not on this level, man.
Well, see, the thing about Kobe, the thing about Kobe is I don't feel that, and I understand what you're saying, and no doubt that Kobe Jordan was a mega inspiration to him, but I just feel that it was a natural thing with Kobe where it's like Kobe just studied Jordan. Kobe studied Jordan to a point where he just became Jordan. Whereas LeBron is obsessed with being Jordan from a legacy standpoint. Like he just wants the accolade. He wants that respect. He wants that. He wants to be viewed in that light, but he's not willing to do what it takes to get there. Kobe just naturally became that guy because he studied Jordan and he became Jordan. So I look at it in two different ways.
Yeah. Heath Nation for $5. Me and my dad are going to that bar in Cincinnati today. I hope to get an interview with the owner to talk about his reaction, you guys defending him.
Hell yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Send me that, Brandon. I would fucking love that, dude.
Hell yeah.
Bert for $2. Ryan, blink 5 times if you're being radicalized. You want to know my secret? I'm the one doing the radicalization.
He's the radicalizer.
Yeah, there you go. Rewriting Ripley, get fucked. What is this? Verthika Frost Scale for $5. Is there a way to revoke his GOAT title application? We don't need to. It's clear to everybody that LeBron James is and never will be the greatest of all time. So he can put in as many applications as he wants.
I've even revoked him from my Mount Rushmore at this point, because, I've had LeBron up there. He's never been Jordan, never been close. He's never going to touch Jordan, but I have had him up there. But based on the last few years, he has absolutely disqualified himself from any all-time great discussion at this point. I am treating LeBron like the NFL treats OJ. They just don't really acknowledge his existence in terms of like their great moments and great players. That's where LeBron's at. LeBron just by default, he's not allowed to be on the list anymore. Fuck LeBron James.
See, I never had him on the Mount Rushmore. I've had him in the top 4 players, but I believe Mount Rushmore is more, playing an impact. So that's completely different to me than, hey, your top 10 players of all time. Definitely not on the Mount Rushmore. Definitely not. Especially when you destroy the league, you cannot be on Mount Rushmore. You can't.
Reeves sang for Canadian 279. Thank you for the super chat, Reeves. Appreciate it. Mick Walsh for €2. LaChina Shames doesn't know how to spell his own name. He can sign the checks that come from the Chinese Communist Party. I can tell you that. He can write his name well enough to sign the checks from China. Mike Hill for $10. LeBron auditioning for the next Dumb and Dumber movie. Is he going to get both roles? Is that what he's going to do? He's going to be Eddie Murphy, kind of nutty professor type of thing. G-Man for $5. See how LeBron avoids eye contact during his book review? What a poser. He looks so nervous and so uncomfortable.
He did.
I wish they would ask him where you actually at in the book. Like what page?
Well, that's the whole thing about LeBron, though, is he never gets asked about anything. All the shit that he says, all the things that he does, all the accusations he makes, he's never held accountable by the media. This is why he only talks to certain people, because they won't question him. They don't hold him accountable. His favorite word that he just recently learned, accountability, he just learned it. Well, hold that motherfucker accountable for the shit that comes out of his mouth. Hold him accountable for the accusations he makes. Hold him accountable for saying all of the lies that he says. Ask him. But he never is held accountable, so he continues to do it. Fuck the media. Fuck the media. Fuck ESPN. Fuck FS1. Fuck them all.
That's right.
Support Sports Wars, Black and White. But for real, though, you got Outkick out there. They hold him accountable. You know, support places like that. But fuck the media, man.
Yeah, and you know, like Twitter tries to protect him too, because like that should have been a bigger deal. There were times at which LeBron got taken off trending, even though it was like over 100,000 tweets, because big tech wants to protect him as well. That's one of the reasons we're making this push and this move to locals, because it's a place where you have freedom. You can say what you want. You can be part of a community and not be fucking censored, not be trying to be banned from big tech. If you guys don't know what we're talking about with locals, Geeks and Gamers right and RK Outpost just got in on this. We've got our Geeks and Gamers community. We obviously are talking about Sports Wars stuff there as well, because we are part of Geeks and Gamers. It's not just where we can speak our minds. We can give you guys exclusive content. We can be a little more unfiltered, but also it's a place where you guys can go and speak the way you want. You guys can go in there and support us and post in there and see what people are talking about. These aren't members of the team. These are other supporters. And of course, you have people like Tugs in there, people like Krista in there. But locals is where it's at, guys, in the future. I think it's really great to be on the bottom, right, at the bottom floor of this to build this up. I'm over there as well. My community over there. It's going to be fucking incredible.
Do you happen to have the tab where Dave Rubin himself welcomed us? I don't know if you have that.
Let's see.
It's fine if not, but we are actually on the trending page next to the Rubin Report. Dave Rubin's the creator of Locals, and they reached out to us and asked us to come over there, and it is an awesome platform. Again, if you're tired of the bullshit, you got to start supporting places like this, like geeksandgamers.com, like Black and White, like Outkick. That's what you have to support, because if not, there's Dave right there welcoming in Geeks and Gamers to the Locals platform.
Yep. So there it is. The big deal, guys. So please, it's in the description. Both Geeks and Gamers and my Locals communities are in the description. I think Jeremy put a couple links in chat. So
and Steph just dropped the link to Ryan's. So
there you go. Definitely go check it out. But back to the,
you know who you won't find on Locals? LeBron James. I mean, not to say he's not welcome there, but the problem is that he won't be protected on somewhere like Locals, because there you're going to be held accountable for your bullshit. Like, I guess he could censor his own community if he created one, but the community, the system is not going to protect him themselves. He would have to protect himself. And we know LeBron James can't protect himself. He needs other people to do it. He needs other people to take the final shot. He needs other people to take those make those big decisions in the toughest moments, because he is a literal bitch.
Yep. Reeves saying for Canadian 14, Le Beijing lost all my respect when he went on his knees for the Chinese Communist Party. As a citizen of Hong Kong, I have lost all hope for humanity. There you go. So there you have someone who's been directly affected by China. Pretty mad that LeBron just shut up and dribbled when it came to China. Primer for $5. LeBron's reaction reminds me of when a high school student forgets to read several chapters for English class and bullshits all his answers on the quiz. Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
Okay, that's pretty damn funny right there. That's pretty damn funny.
Misanthropic one for 20. LeBum does know that there's a Malcolm X movie that's been out, right? Lol. Yeah, I guess he could have watched that for the Cliff Notes version, but he's too dumb. He's too dumb. He can't handle it. Chuck's and thank you, Misanthropic one. Appreciate that, dude. Chuck's Wagon for 5. Don't lump him in with us. I graduated with a 2.17, and even I can read a book. That's good. Jay for $5. This is like asking your kid to summarize the book he was reading over the week, and he didn't read it. Shaking my head. Yeah, it's very obvious. He has no idea what he's talking about. Black Malice for 5. LBJ could not watch the Malcolm X movie. There you go. That way he could have the Cliff Notes. Exactly. Thank you, Black Malice. Great minds. John Kirsch for $10 with a laughing pear man rolling on the ground, laughing at LeBron's stupidity. Thank you for the super sticker. Galpal Val for 20. Do you think LaFraud is consciously a Marxist or so low IQ he actually believes his own rhetoric of racism? Or do you think he gets his cues from handlers like Beijing Biden and is just happy to be paid?
I think he just gets his cue. I don't think he thinks this. He doesn't know how to form his own opinions. So again, he is. It's kind of like I said in. I said this in my most recent video on Sports Wars. He is a NPC. He's a non-playable character in the game of life. And again, I have to explain that to some people. So the NPC is a non-playable character in a video game. And the only words that they are allowed to say are the words that they are pre-programmed to say by the developer. And then the only way they can learn new words is if there's an update. That is what LeBron James is. He's a non-playable character in the game of life. So the only opinions he's actually going to share are the opinions that he's downloaded from his powerful white liberals. And then whenever they want him to change his opinions, they give him new information. He goes through an update. So that's who LeBron James is. He is an NPC in the game of life.
Yeah. I think he is just very focused on, again, doing all this stuff off the court to be better than Jordan in that aspect and be respected in that way. Try to do that. I think plays a major role in this shit. K-Biz for 20. From all Cleveland fans, I sincerely apologize for LeBron. We're all embarrassed by his behavior. We don't hold it against you in Ohio. I hold people in Ohio. I hold stuff against them for other reasons. No. It's all good. We understand. LeBron is not your best. We get it. Mark Sparkman for 2. OJ in his prime couldn't cut through Queen James BS. Oh, man. It's a lot of OJ knife puns going on. That's what it should be. Westfield 90 for $10. Thank you, super sticker. Appreciate that, Westfield. Caleb Boo for 5. If this life was Among Us, LeBron would be the imposter. Good crossover right there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Christian AM for $20. Caitlyn Jenner running as Republican for governor, the voice of conservatism in California. It would make sense that Caitlyn Jenner would be the voice of conservatism in California. That would make a lot of sense.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just want to say for all of the people out there, that are talking about trans rights and trans voices and all of that, how do they feel? How do they feel right here? How do they feel about that right there? I'm sharing my screen. How do they feel about that? How do they feel about trans voices mattering right there? Look at Caitlyn Jenner cruising around in a MAGA hat.
I don't think the wokies out there know that Caitlyn / Bruce Jenner was a conservative their whole life.
Well, I mean, if you change your sex, you can change your politics, right? I assume.
Ooh, is that not beautiful right there?
It's not beautiful.
What I mean is from the left-leaning lunatics out there. How do they defend that shit right there? Like, trans voices matter, and if you criticize them, you're a transphobic. What do you think about that one? What do you think about that one right there? I would love to hear your feedback on that one.
What's funny is, though, man, one of the dumbest leftists out there was misgendering. Joy Behar. Misgendering.
Somebody said Dr. Disrespect with a question.
It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? Oh, that's good.
Go ahead, John. Though, what were you saying?
I was saying that crazy leftists like Joy Behar are misgendering Caitlyn Jenner now because Caitlyn Jenner is going to run for the governorship as a Republican.
Yep.
God.
It's crazy, dude. It's look, social justice stuff, man. It's all about it's just an endless rabbit hole of victimization, and there's no consistency whatsoever. And we're gonna see that. So all these people that are like, you can't criticize trans voices and wait until Bruce is out there and I'm sorry, Caitlyn is out there and just talking about all these conservative points. Let's see how much they believe in trans voices.
Yep, especially when Caitlyn Jenner, let's say Caitlyn Jenner wins, and Caitlyn Jenner says, "No, we ain't defunding the police. We ain't abolishing the police. We're gonna cut back government spending here in California." Let's see what they say then.
Yeah, it's like we need to improve police training, but defund them. Okay, got it, fucking idiots. Raymond for $5. Popular Cleveland radio host calls LBJ LaPrick. Defund LaPrick. That's pretty good. Thank you, Raymond. Matthew Moreau becomes a channel member. Thank you. Welcome to MVP level. CDX for $5. LeBron is a virus. Regarding athletes and politics, the problem is that they're pushing false narratives about American institutions. Yeah, they're pushing lies because they are low IQ, low information people. So they are pushing fucking lies. Gaming or What becomes a channel member. Thank you, Gaming or What. Welcome to the MVP level. Brando for $5. How about the crowd last night? Clowns on ESPN Twitter were losing their minds. I really think ESPN listens to the Twitter audience. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. We'll get caught up with all the super chats, guys. But UFC 261 was last night. It was a pretty crazy card. Chris Weidman had a horrific injury that, very ironically, reminding people of Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva broke his leg the same exact way 8 years ago against Chris Weidman's leg. And now Chris Weidman breaks it in that same way against Uriah Hall.
Damn, that's what happened last night.
Yeah.
I remember. I saw that Anderson Silva, man. He was flopping around like he was a soggy French fry.
Yeah, it was rough, and I'm not going to show it because I don't want to show that graphic injury on here because there'd be some people that fucking tune out. Honestly, you can go to my Twitter though and check it out. I didn't mean to make a pun. I said bad break for Chris Weidman. I didn't mean to say that way. But yeah, he did break his leg, and not the way Uriah Hall wanted to win, I'm sure. But to me, the highlight of the night. Not Usman knocking out Masvidal after Masvidal literally went from flexing on him and fucking around in the ring to on his ass knocked out in about 5 seconds. It was glorious. But Usman defends the title. Rose Namajunas beat Zhang Wei Li. And that was a big thing because leading up, Rose Namajunas was very outspoken that her hatred of communism was one of the things that was motivating her in the fight against Zhang Weili, who is from China, who is repped by the Chinese Communist Party. They promote her heavily. What her thoughts are exactly on communism, who knows? She has to toe the party line, obviously, because it's China. But Rose Namajunas fucking snap kicked her into the next world and beat her for the belt, which I thought was awesome. Seeing somebody speaking out like that, getting pushed back from the media, refusing to apologize for their stance on communism, and then winning in the end. It was awesome.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to get, I want to get more involved in UFC and get some knowledge on it. And a lot of that's just because of Dana White's leadership, Dana White allowing. So again, we're at a point where, no, I wish that we didn't have anyone talking about politics. But you know what? If that's the road we're going to go down, then you let whatever side talk about politics. And that's what Dana White has done. You may have a fighter that wants to promote Black Lives Matter, but then you may have a fighter that wants to promote MAGA. And Dana White allows both sides of that. And he also battles against the mainstream and just a lot of the hit pieces out there. Dana White is what we need more of in sports. So his leadership and the way he runs UFC is really made me more interested to get more involved with UFC. So The only UFC I've really paid attention to is when WWF or E wrestlers would go over there, like Brock Lesnar, and then I watched my boy CM Punk get the dog shit beat out of him twice, which is embarrassing.
You
as
watch
hell.
literally the worst of UFC ever.
Yeah. Punk, it was embarrassing. God damn,
this is why I like Dana White. I don't know Dana White's politics. He doesn't really speak too much. He seems like a guy who fucking is fine with both sides, whatever. But I love that he's calling out the fake ass mainstream media. I mean, this is a newspaper, but they announced that they're coming back to Vegas. They're going to fill out the place for UFC 264 with Conor McGregor, and they sold out in seconds because of the demand for live sports, because UFC has survived through this pandemic and thrived because they kept going while being safe. And this fucking Las Vegas Review-Journal, after they announced they're coming back, bringing a ton of money to Vegas for this event, they say this: at least 15,000 people are willing to risk permanent damage or death to attend a live sporting event again. That's according to language in the disclaimer for those attending UFC 261 in Jacksonville, Florida, the first indoor sporting event to allow full attendance, blah, 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 blah. So they're bashing the UFC and trying to make them feel guilty for doing live sports. Dana White calls their asses out. Hey, Las Vegas, this is our piece of shit local newspaper. Through this entire pandemic, we didn't lay off a single employee. We worked with government agencies in Nevada and around the world to put on every event safely, and we chose to bring our biggest fight of the year with Conor McGregor back in town July 10th to help relaunch the city. Yet, this is how Las Vegas Review-Journal shows its support for a true local business. Go fuck yourself and don't bother coming to the fight in July. Puts them on blast.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Do you follow UFC, John?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, that's something. I think it's something that, I mean, we're always talking about sports and how where we're at with a lot of these leagues, and again, UFC is just one of these. They are showing how it should be done, and I think they're setting a new standard. And they need to get support, and people like me need to kind of, get on board and start, understanding a little more about it. So,
yeah, me too.
Definitely.
I'm surprised I don't really get into it, man. I grew up a huge Bruce Lee fan. I love martial arts, but I just never got into UFC.
I kind of go in and out of it depending on the matchup. Some cards are better than others. This card was good. Shevchenko defended her belt. Usman knocked the fuck out of Masvidal, which a lot of people like to see. But the Rose Namajunas one was the highlight for me, for sure. But yeah, UFC, they got a lot of people in those stadiums, and it's pissing people off. Tom Brady was there as well. People were upset they didn't have his mask on. Fuck these losers.
Don't have his mask on.
They were freaking out at the Super Bowl because he didn't have
these
a
fucking
mask.
people. These fucking losers.
You know what, man? Yesterday, I went to this different barbecue place up in Spring, Texas, man. They were packed. Almost nobody was wearing a mask. The people working in the back didn't have masks on. People in the front did. But I was like, man, this finally looks kind of normal now. Nobody's harassing people to be wearing a mask. And then the CDC came out and said, no, it don't matter if you're really 6 feet away or like 70 feet or something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, to be clear, like, if you want to wear a mask and if you want to sit in the corner of your house and cry for the rest of your life and be fearful, you can do that. No one's telling you can't do that. You can wear 5 masks, okay? Just like your boy Fauci tells you to. You can do whatever you want, but don't tell me what the fuck I have to do, because you can go fuck yourself when it comes to that. You're welcome to do whatever makes you feel safe and secure. And again, cry in a corner of your house for the rest of your life wearing 5 fucking masks for all I care.
Did you guys see Joe Biden on a Zoom call?
Oh my God.
One with a damn mask on a Zoom call.
How fucking
nobody else is
embarrassing.
around him. And he's already been vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like, my God.
It's truly a national embarrassment.
Yeah.
If you think that a president who fucked a porn star, that ain't embarrassing. That's fucking cool. That's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
cool as shit.
Hell yeah.
A president
Trump
who wears a mask by himself on a Zoom call, we are lower than America's ever been in history after that point. Come on.
Yeah.
SmokingBeaver.com, #SmokingBeaver for 5 says, boycott bars that have the NBA and say it's because of LeBitch James. Thank you, Smoking Beaver. CDX for 5. Please do a video regarding LeBron's fake hate crime in 2017. Outkick had a great article highlighting holes in the story. Jeremy
we've
talks about that a
it.
lot.
We've talked about that several times on the channel. And it flew way under the radar because the mainstream never told you that LeBron James and his crew lied about a fake hate crime just so they could play the victim. ESPN reported on it when it seemed to be a very sexy story, just how they, the mainstream reported on Juicy Smollett. And then once it started to be obvious that it was just bullshit, they just kind of slowly moved away from it because, again, LeBron's favorite new word, accountability, was nowhere to be found. Tired of this bullshit.
Absolutely. Mark Sparkman for 2. LeBron's political views equal Cosby's dating advice. Oof. Jose M for 2. LaChina James loves China. Boycott NBA and Space Jam 2. Thank you, Jose M. Jewel Calderon 014 for 5. A little something for John's cat. Love you guys. Hashtag Latino for Geeks and Gamers. Not that I had to say that hashtag. It's for the race baiters out there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Eli Saul for 5. If you thought the mob was bad for the Chauvin trial, just wait for Kyle Rittenhouse's trials later in the year. LeBron, shut up and dribble. Yeah, the fact that people are trying to make comparisons is absolutely nonsensical. But that's gonna be a fucking lightning rod when that happens. Versified for 10. Adam Silver from the Marxist NBA of China isn't taking action from LeWoke's infamous tweet. No surprise. Also, love the leftists screaming over UFC 261 for the full capacity crowd and no masks. Love it. This is what we exactly just talked about. And Adam Silver is one of the big reasons the NBA is in the toilet because he is so weak. He is such a beta bitch and he's let these players completely destroy the league.
Yeah, no, the players have all the power, and it's just a lack of leadership, and I think that's a lot of the problems from top to bottom that we're dealing with from the top of the government ranks to a lot of these companies, to a lot of these sports organizations, to the entertainment industry. It's a lack of leadership. We need better leadership. People like Dana White. People like Dave Portnoy, people like Clay Travis. We need better leadership where people are not going to put up with the bullshit. And right now, Adam Silver. Adam Silver versus Dana White. Really?
Not even close.
Really? Again, look at how the NBA is operating and look at that leadership. And then look at how the UFC is operating and look at that leadership. Leadership matters. Alpha males matter.
The major difference is, man, Dana White, he has some people that want to support BLM. He's like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
You got Kobe Covington, though. He's MAGA. He said, that's fine, too. But how dare you cross the Marxist NBA of China and say, I ain't down with this BLM stuff. Yeah. How dare you if you're in the NFL and you Drew Brees and say, I'm not going to have any respect for anybody that kneels for the national anthem.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. That's why UFC is thriving, because they're letting everybody speak. They're doing everything they can to get fans in. That's what is making people keep attention there. Lance Kirby for 5. LeBron tweeting hashtag accountability is equivalent to Jeffrey Epstein tweeting hashtag age is just a number.
Oh, God.
Woo! Holy shit. That's a good one. Thank you, Jet Lance Kirby. Taker610 for 2. SJW Facebook page is like auto-generated outrage. Yes. Mark Sparkman for 2. Jenner conserved her PP. Fiscally responsible. Thank you, Mark Sparkman. Wayrock Way for 10. BLM co-founder. I'm not going to say that. I'll save that joke for locals, honestly, because I was going to talk about a joke that I can't say. I'll say it on locals. BLM founder doesn't give handouts, just hand jobs to LeBron. Thank you, Wayrock Way. Mr. Bubba Matt becomes a channel member. Thank you, Mr. Bubba Matt. Primer for $2. LeBiden Jinping needs to be held accountable. Yes, Primer, 100%.
Yeah, I'm going to start using LeBron James's new favorite word against him, accountability. So we'll just hold LeBron James accountable for all the lies and the misinformation that he has spread. Hold him accountable for all of his bullshit. Let's see how much he likes his new favorite word.
Yeah. Sir Rune of House Roundhead for 5. Do you plan on boycotting Space Jam 2? I'm down for doing that. Also, what would LeBron do as a cop if he were in the Columbus officer's position? I was never going to watch it to begin with.
First of all, don't even hire LeBron James to be a cop. Who in their
Yeah.
right mind would hire him?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of that, I mean, I have no interest as a fan to see Space Jam 2. Obviously, as a YouTuber with Geeks and Gamers, I might consider seeing it just to roast it. But I don't have an interest from a fan perspective at all. And I don't think a lot of people do. But the media is going to push the hell out of this movie. And they're going to tell you that it's so successful, regardless if it is or isn't.
And you already got the excuses built in if you don't like it. The media already has that excuse built in. You are a racist if you don't like the movie.
Yep. Bronx Thrash on Streamlabs says, you thought Space Jam 2 was going to bomb. Imagine now. All the physical ability can't cover up the lack of intelligence or common sense. I wonder what his SAT score was. He should have read the Cliff Notes to Malcolm X if he was going to play smart. Thank you, Bronx Thrash. The dude didn't take the SAT. Ain't no way. He was never going to college. Brandon the Jobber for 5. What up, Ryan? Jeremy Matrix. Jeremy, did you get that truck?
What?
Did you get that truck?
Who sent that?
Brandon the Jobber.
And what did he say? Say that again. I wasn't listening.
Jeremy, did you get that truck?
What truck?
I don't know. You gonna buy a truck? I don't know.
Oh, I guess this is from the super chat from a few days ago. They said, if you get a truck and you start doing car videos, would it actually be a truck video? And I said, that's actually one of the most important questions I've ever faced in my YouTube career. And we broke it down, and we did determine that if I did get a truck and I started doing videos from my truck, it would have to be truck video, not car video anymore. So, and you got to respect the rules. You got to respect the rules. So I'm thinking truck video is going to happen. So not yet, though. Not yet.
Where was I? Saruno House Roundhead again for 5. Space Jam 2's plot should be Bugs Bunny approaching LeBron, pulling up his Twitter and being like, what the fuck, Doc? Then he should ditch LeBron. That's pretty good. I like that. I like it, Saruno. Versified for 2. Also Filipino American for Trump and Geeks and Gamers. Thank you. Thank you, Versified. Heath Nation for $5. LeBron talking about accountability is like Harvey Weinstein tweeting about relationship goals. These are good. Matthew Moreau for 10. Why can't LeCoward put the names and pictures of all the kids who have been murdered by gang violence, and some were just babies? They deserve justice as well. Yes, Matthew. And we know LeBron doesn't care about that because he doesn't want to talk about black people doing bad things. He only wants to talk about white people killing black people, regardless of the reason why. And it's disgusting from LeBron James.
He's a horrible person.
No, he truly is. We wanted to talk about something as well. You see it in the title. Gina Carano, who obviously, is in the MMA, all these things, been the face for cancel culture over the past few months, especially. She won a battle against cancel culture, and we wanted to talk about that briefly. Gina Carano, want to hear something cool? Just so happens you will be able to see my Bear Grylls episode on Nat Geo after all. Bear is a real one. I'm so glad you're going to get to see it. My heart is so full. Airs on Nat Geo May the 10th at 9 p.m. # never give up.
Hell yes.
Now, if you remember...
that was on Disney Plus, right?
Well, it was going to be on Nat Geo, but they are a property of Disney.
Yeah, they owned by Disney Plus. You go to Disney Plus, it has like a Nat Geo tab.
Yeah, exactly. So about a month ago, they stopped it. Disney shelves upcoming episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls featuring Gina Carano. They had announced that it was going to be a part of it. You could see here the guest list. And then a couple days later, after they fired Gina Carano, it mysteriously gets removed. They fired her from The Mandalorian, but they'd still done this. They tried to pull that and cancel her as well. But thanks to the fan backlash, thanks to Bear Grylls, it sounds like, thanks to Bear Grylls being like, hey, it's pretty obvious people really want to see her, Gina Carano's episode is going to air. So that is yet another win in the cancel culture fucking battle.
And I think everybody knows that, we are big fans of Gina Carano. Not only that, but Gina Carano, she's a big fan of Geeks and Gamers. She watches all of our channels. She's been very supportive. She's been vocal about her support of Geeks and Gamers. And we will continue to stand with her because she's amazing. She's a badass. And what Disney and Lucasfilm did to her is just it's unforgivable. The way that they publicly fired and shamed her, the way that they treated her simply because she didn't have the opinion they wanted her to have, because she's actually a badass woman. They claim that they want to support strong women and strong women voices, but yet you actually have a woman who's willing to think for herself. She's actually a badass in real life. And yet, because she had the wrong opinion, they publicly fired and shamed her. And the fans stood by her as she stood by us. And that's a big win. It's a big fucking win. So
absolutely. So we want to make sure we hit that because it's so relevant to a lot of the stuff that we're talking about. All right. So we are all caught up on Streamlabs. We're all caught up on Super Chats. We're going to send you somewhere after this, guys, because we have someone else that we want you to support.
I want you to make it rain in the chat with some Geeks and Gamers RK Outpost love.
Yes, we want it. Sports Wars sent us, Geeks and Gamers sent us, RK Outpost sent us,
Black and White Sports,
Black and White Sports sent us. Yeah. That's right. Make sure I go here because
our buddy's on there. He's rocking an RK Outpost shirt right now.
He is indeed. Let me switch over to this so I don't have to watch a fucking ad. All right. Why is it in double speed? All right. Boom. Let's let you guys listen before we send you over there too. We'll listen to it for a little bit.
Wiring.
Michael, well, hang on, mute it for a minute. Michael Songer says, when the NBA players were all doing the SJW crap after Jacob Blake, I said that all the players should ride along with cops in their cities for a week and go through training sessions. Absolutely. It would be a reality check for all of those fuckers. Go ahead, Ryan. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And Dixon Cider for 5. Off topic, did you open your gifts from Christmas yet, Jeremy?
No. Haven't opened up any of my PO box.
We'll vote the same way if you're going to do that. If you're going to do that,
all right.
Then
don't Jay is over here doing an interview. I was on the John Bartolo show a couple days ago on Tuesday. It was a massive success. John Bartolo is an awesome dude. He's very involved in UFC, very involved in the First and Second Amendment movements we have going on. Talks to a variety of different people. John Bartolo is a great dude, going to be a big part of all these things we have going forward. So we're going to give you this link and send you over there. Real quick, John, what do you guys have going on? Plug your stuff before we send all these guys over and in the stream.
Yeah, just dropped that video about almost 50 minutes or so ago, so you guys can go and check that out over there. Also, website is growing over there. Pretty good success over there, and that's pretty much all we got going on is LeBron James. I'm pretty sure we'll have another LeBron video later. It's not going anywhere. We're the only ones that's hammering him, so we got to keep it going.
I mean, you can't stop. You can't stop when you're getting that kind of fucking reaction from everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And so that is awesome. We're so happy for everything that you guys are doing, and we're growing together, and it's fucking badass. But I'm gonna go ahead and unpin this. And instead,
guys, John is bringing a whole new demographic to Geeks and Gamers and our little world, and he's showing us a lot of things. He's teaching us some things. He's been very kind. This is a person who's had Dana White on his show recently. Dana White has sat in the same seat that Drunk 3PO is sitting in. Okay, Donald Trump Jr. has been on with John. All right.
And of course, me. I mean, I'm more famous than any of those guys.
You fuck, and you fucked it up. You fucked it up.
Sorry.
Damn it. Ryan,
go ahead. I didn't say anything.
Ryan's already blown his load, but I was like, when the biggest celebrity that he has had to date, and you've just fucked it all up. Anyway, but John is fantastic, and he's opened a lot of doors for us, and he is very much committed to helping Geeks and Gamers and our little community continue to thrive. So please go over there, show them some love, and let that chat know that you're happy to be over there.
Yes. Shit. Robert for 10, still waiting for LeBron to speak up about the 7-year-old girl shot and killed in the car, or the 13-year-old black kid stabbed to death the day before Ma'Khia Bryant. LeBron James doesn't care about that shit.
Nah.
And he doesn't, and he won't. And that's why you can't listen to anything he says, because it's all there to LeBron James is just a puppet for the narrative. That's it.
Absolutely. So everybody in the chat, I don't care if you just stay there for a little bit. Just go in there, subscribe to John, fucking blow up the chat, let him know that Geeks and Gamers is here to support him, and let's fucking make this thing massive. So go to the pin post, do it. And
also, don't forget to go to Locals, support us over on Locals. Again, guys, I really feel like things are starting to shift for us at a ground level. It's going to take a lot of support to get us there. But if you're tired of the bullshit, if you're tired of Twitter, if you're tired of Facebook, if you're tired of the YouTube censorship, if you're tired of all of it, we're telling you we're finding places and we're finding people that are willing to battle against this with all of us. And you guys in strength in numbers, and you guys have shown that. That's why Locals reached out to us, because they felt like we have some influence and we have a following, and they see how much enthusiasm you have in the chat. They see how passionate you are. So we have to go over there and we have to do that. Support people like John, who are opening doors that Ryan and I really were not aware of. Like, he has shown us things that we were not aware of that we can use to continue to build up what we have. So, Black and White, these guys are creating their own platform, just like we have at geeksandgamers.com. So support these things if you are tired of the bullshit. And if you like us calling this stuff out, trust me, it's going to continue. It's going to take a group effort and a lot of coming together to continue to battle against the bullshit. So thank you, guys.
Yep. And it's awesome to work with people who want to work with us. That's how it is with Locals. That's how it is with John Bartolo and the avenues we're getting open. This is going to be huge for us and huge for all of you as well. So go over there, please. Blow up the chat. And we will talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye.